Travis Chase just walked.
When?
He posted bail 2 hours ago. As soon as I heard, I sent a couple of uniforms out to his place, but he's a no-show.
Detective Goren.
Detective Goren, it's Travis Chase.
Where are you?
My home away from home.
The hotel?
I wanted to say I'm sorry. You were right.
About what?
About everything. But you don't have to worry anymore. It ends here.
What are you gonna do?
Goodbye, Detective.
Wait, Travis. I can be there in 15 minutes. Travis. Travis.
We found him submerged in the bathtub. With pills on the side of the tub there, it certainly has all the signs of a suicide.
I'm not so sure.
Why's that?
The bruise and swelling on the back of his head. Someone struck him first. I've got a hunch this was staged to look like a suicide. No question he was struck by something. Looks like a fresh injection mark. Interesting. There's bruising around his ankles. There's something back there, but I can't reach it. Page from the DSM. Psychiatrists use it to diagnose mental disorders. Maybe Travis was trying to tell us something. Travis's wallet. Could be our killer used this to strike Travis. There's something back there, but I can't reach it.
there you are. I'm glad you're here. A woman told me to give this note if you came by again. I think she's a prostitute.
Bet you can remember exactly what she looks like.
Blonde, regular height. She's been hanging around here a lot lately. The thing is, I can't believe I didn't remember this before, but I'm pretty sure she's the same woman who paid for the extra 2 nights for Mr. Chase the day he was... you know.
Thank you. Could be useful. I'll need to see your lobby surveillance tape.
Sure, if you think it'll help.
Thank you.
This just came in the mail for you. No return address. I doubt if taxpayers want you to be doing crosswords on their dime.
Need something, Detective? Asphyxiation. It's pretty clear that the drowning was caused by force. I found an injection mark on his forearm. The tox screen just came back. High levels of thorazine. My guess is your killer first struck the victim on the head, then administered the drug so that it would look like a suicide. The contusion and swelling on the back of the victim's head were likely the result of a blunt instrument. The coloring and size indicate that the trauma occurred within an hour of his death.
So how exactly did he drown?
The ankle bruising is most telling. Here's my theory. After the killer struck him on the head and drugged him, the victim would likely have regained consciousness in an extremely groggy state. The perp helped him into the tub, then grabbed his ankles and pulled him under the water. The force would have sent water rushing up his nose. It would have been a matter of seconds before he blacked out.
All right, thank you.
So it wasn't a suicide?
The bruises on his legs and the back of his head. The killer grabbed him by the ankles and yanked him under the water. The force of the water rushed into his nose and mouth. He'd be unconscious in a matter of seconds. Then all the killer would have to do is hold him under the water.
So, if it wasn't a suicide, who would want to kill Travis Chase?
Whoever got him to kill James Warren.
Hi, this is Tim Bradshaw.
Hello?
I finished looking into what you sent over. Let me show you what I found.
From the bump on his head, your victim must have been struck by something. I tried checking with the lab to see what they found out. Judging by the bruising, it looks like someone grabbed your victim by the ankles. Better check with the lab to see what they have to say. The tattoo is of a dragon. There's also a small mark on his arm there, maybe from a recent injection? This is a metal flashlight with a few scratches and dents. It looks to be a few years old. No way to trace where it was purchased. This handwritten note was written on blank paper. Handwriting analysis is performed by the crime lab, so if you want to try to make a match, you might see what they have to say. This is a page torn out of the DSM, which is the textbook psychiatrists use to diagnose mental disorders. The page contains information about schizophrenia. It describes the most common symptoms, including delusions, hallucinations, and disorganized speech. The tablets appear to be prescription medication of some kind. There's no way I can trace them without the prescription bottle, unfortunately.
I have those test results for you. Let me bring them up here.
Sorry, Detective, but there's no prints whatsoever on the flashlight. There was some blood on it that I matched to Travis Chase. Guess we know how he got those head wounds. As you know, the note says, "I had a lovely chat with your mother about you. She said you were very stubborn. You and I know better." If you find any other notes during your investigation, I'd be able to make a comparison to see if it was written by the same person. Someone's really trying to get under your skin, Detective. It looks like your Vic was struck on the head with a blunt object. Judging by the severity of the wound, I'd say it was hard enough to knock the victim unconscious. And the bruises on the victim's ankle appear to have been made by someone's hands, judging by the shape of the marks. Looks like he was grabbed pretty hard. And there's an injection mark near the middle of the victim's tattoo that looks quite recent. Perhaps that spot was chosen to conceal the point of injection. I couldn't get any prints off the paper, unfortunately. The pills he submitted for analysis are Thorazine, a drug sometimes used to treat schizophrenia. Now, the surveillance tapes have been reused many times and have multiple partial prints on them, but nothing I could trace. The research unit can probably help you out with the contents.
Wait a minute. Castillo, Stokes, Warren, Chase. No way this is a coincidence. I need to find out who's behind this.
Al Rudolph speaking.
Hello, Mr. Rudolph. This is Detective Goren from Major Case. You're the puzzle editor at the Herald.
Yes, I am. What can I do for you?
What can you tell me about crosswords?
Depends what you want to know.
I bet these crosswords are real tough to put together.
I just edit them.
Your puzzles are really tough. I bet it's hard to find good writers for them.
Thanks. We get our puzzle writers from all over the country. Most of them are retirees who do it for the love of it.
Can you tell me who created the one called The Name Game?
I'd have to look it up in my files. Let's see here. Name's Emily Cross.
When was the first time you heard from this Emily Cross?
We have a long lead time for each puzzle. I believe she submitted her first one more than a year ago. It was unusually polished.
Did you meet with her regularly?
Didn't see any need to.
You're good at recognizing talent. What's she like in person?
I haven't had the pleasure yet. We've only communicated through the mail. She sends me the puzzles, I send her the checks. All I have on her is this post office box.
Which is?
P.O. Box 709 in Queens.
Thank you, Mr. Rudolph. I'm hoping you can help me. I'm with Major Case. Can you tell me who owns box number 709?
I'm not allowed to say who owns the boxes. My boss says it's confidential.
It would really help to find out who owns box 709.
Sorry, I don't make the rules.
Heard of the Patriot Act? Now you don't have a choice. Just tell me who owns box 709.
Okay, no need to get bent out of shape. Let me look through the files. Oh, here's the contract. Opened about 2 years ago by Jane Doe, 12301 Roosevelt Avenue, Flushing, New York. Hey, wait, I know that address.
It's Shea Stadium. I guess your boss isn't that good at checking IDs. often does the mail here get picked up?
It varies from person to person.
You probably keep a pretty close eye on things around here. How often does the mail in box 709 get picked up?
I'm not sure. The owners can get in here 24/7. I've never seen anyone open that particular box.
You probably could figure out the combination to 709 pretty easily.
How?
What's the combination to 709?
Don't have a record of it, sorry. Each user makes their own.
That's all for now. Diane Goren? Someone posing as my mother. Well, one thing's for sure, whoever's behind this knows me. Looks like a surveillance camera. Excuse me, can you look up some account information for me?
Sure can. For your account?
Actually, no, I'm with Major Case. We're investigating a murder. Do you have the original paperwork on the Diane Goren account?
Yes, we should have a driver's license on file for that account.
I'd like to see a copy of it.
Of course. Here it is.
When was this account opened?
2 years ago. There's not much activity on the account. It doesn't seem to be used for much other than to pay a mailbox rental. The monthly fee is paid by automatic debit to the mailbox connection.
What about the deposits?
All cash. No way to trace them.
Thank you for your help.
Sure.
That person is not Diane Goren.
Hi, this is Tim. Those test results you wanted are in. I can walk you through them if you like.
This statement is from a bank in Queens. Couldn't get any prints off it, though. Sorry. These tapes have been handled by multiple people. I couldn't get a clear print. The research unit would be better at helping you sort through the contents.
was just wrapping up those reports for you. Want to go over the results? The ID was obviously doctored. We were able to find a clear thumbprint on it and matched it to a Maureen Palmieri, a recent parolee. She's now working as a waitress at Gino's Sports Bar here in the city. I looked through the mail you collected from Box 709. There was a statement addressed to Diane Goren. It's for a checking account that has had minimal activity over the past month. I looked through the security video from the mailbox connection and unfortunately didn't see anybody open Box 709. I'm gonna have them send me the security camera footage every day so I can keep monitoring that box. If anybody opens Box 709, I'll be sure to let you know.
I was just finishing up some tests for you. Want me to go over the results with you? We dusted the document for prints and got a hit. A former guest at one of our fine corrections facilities. Name's Maureen Palmieri, busted on a drug beef. Out on possible parole since last year. She's working at Gino's Sports Bar in Queens.
I've been managing my mother's finances since she was institutionalized. There's no way she has a bank account I don't know about. Whoever Emily Cross is, she stole my mother's identity. She's involved in these murders, and she's trying to get my attention.
She's got mine. We got 2 guys upstate watching your mother. Anybody comes to see her, they'll be there. Anything on that photo ID from the bank?
It had prints on it from Maureen Palmieri. Served 6 years of an 8-year sentence for possession with intent.
Somebody you put away?
Not one of mine. She's probably fronting for someone else.
An ex-boyfriend, husband, brother?
Maybe. She's waiting tables at a dive in Queens. I'm gonna go have a talk with her.
You do that. And Bobby, watch your back.
I'm looking for Maureen Palmieri.
That's me. Who are you?
Detective Goren, major case.
Oh, can't you guys stay out of my life? I did my debt to society. My boss don't like that I'm an ex-con, okay? You guys coming around ain't helping matters.
I can stay here all afternoon, but if you answer a few questions, I'll be on my way.
I don't got nothing to tell you.
You know why I'm here. You better come clean about that account you have at Stone Ridge Savings.
Yeah, right. I'm the Queen of England. I got a bank account, all right. It's a coffee can on top of my refrigerator. Is that all you came here for? I gotta get back to work.
So this isn't you?
It looks a little like me, but my name's Maureen. That chick's name is Diane. And that ain't my social, neither.
I guess that's all for now.
I finished looking into what you sent over. Let me show you what I found. Maureen Palmieri grew up in Newark, New Jersey, in one of the tougher neighborhoods there. Her parents were killed in a car accident when she was 17 and has had run-ins with the law ever since. Most recently, she was incarcerated on 2 counts of drug possession. Although a high school dropout, she did earn her GED 6 years ago.
Good thing you're here. I was just reading over your surveillance reports. Take a look. Subject took the subway to work at 10:30 in the morning, where she remained until 1700 hours. Subject stopped at the Korean market on the corner on the way home, purchasing a small bag of groceries, and spent the remainder of the evening at her residence alone.
You have another minute to talk?
I guess.
I guess that's all for now. Must be somebody's kid. You have another minute to talk?
I guess.
It's a fine-looking boy you have. How old is your son?
11. Next week.
What about his birthday?
What about it?
You don't want to miss his birthday, do you?
Of course not.
I'm sure you got him something really special for his birthday.
Yeah, sure. I got something picked out. Yeah, real nice. You've seen the prices of toys nowadays? It ain't right.
I bet he'd love a Power Ranger.
Yeah, that's Tyler's favorite.
Power Rangers were popular before you were locked up. Must have been hard on your son when you were locked up. Who took care of him?
The state took custody of him. But I'm doing all I can so that I can get him back. Look, that's why I don't want you guys around here. I have enough trouble with the system as it is. I can't even find out where my son is.
Maybe I can help you out with that, but you have to help me first.
And if I don't, I'll never see him again, right? I know how you guys work.
I need the name of the person who told you to open that bank account, Maureen.
I told you I don't know nothing.
It's up to you, Maureen. I'm not trying to make your life difficult. I know you didn't plan all this. I want a name. Who told you to open that bank account?
Her name was Emily something. I met her at the halfway house the day I got out. She helped me out, you know, she showed me the ropes. She got out a couple of weeks later, and I didn't see her for months. And then one day, she shows up here asking me to open that account for her using that ID. Haven't seen or heard from her since.
Can you describe her?
Sure, I guess. She was small, blonde. She had this accent, you know, like Princess Di.
I guess that's all for now.
We got a list of your mom's visitors. Someone named Wallace Stevens was a regular visitor, not many others.
She went to see my mother, damn it. I need a cross-reference on all the prisoners that got released within 6 months of Maureen Palmieri. Everyone who was paroled to a halfway house.
You know who it is?
Elizabeth Hitchens, Nicole Wallace, or whatever the hell she's calling herself now. There, got it.
Hi, this is Tim Britt. I have those test results for you. Let me bring them up here.
This magnet has a clear print from a right index finger. I traced it to Maureen Palmieri, who's been arrested multiple times. Not sure if that helps you, though, since you found it at her workplace. Lots of smudge prints on the pool cue, but nothing I could use to make an ID. Sorry.
Hey, it's Bradshaw.
I was just wrapping up those reports for you. Want to go over the results? Good news! We were finally able to track down the boy in the photo, Tyler Palmieri. He's in a privately run group home in Albany. He's been bounced around so much, it took me all this time to find him. It turns out they had been trying to reach his mother for years now. They're willing to talk with her about visitation rights and want her to call them. I have all the information she'll need in the report here. This prescription bottle belonged to Travis Chase, and according to the label, it contains 75 milligram Thorazine tablets. The prescribing doctor is Hannah Pritchard, who works at Chelsea Free Clinic on West 23rd. She'd probably be able to tell you more about why she prescribed it. This wooden pool cue has seen better days. I'd say it's about 10 years old, judging by the wear and tear. It says, property of Geno's in black marker.
bet you're here about those analyses. I can bring them up right here.
This prescription bottle belonged to Travis Chase and contains thorazine, a drug sometimes prescribed to treat schizophrenia.
Hello. Is there something I can help you with?
I need to speak with Dr. Hannah Pritchard.
Can I tell her what this is regarding?
It's a police matter.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can find her.
Thank you. All about the free clinic.
I'm Dr. Pritchard. You wanted to see me?
Yes, Detective Goren, you treated a man named Travis Chase?
I can't talk about any of my patients or their treatments.
He's dead now.
My God. I didn't know. How did he die? Was it a suicide?
He was murdered. Chase's death must come as quite a shock to you.
It's very unfortunate.
Why would you think Chase's death was a suicide?
You know I can't talk about the specifics of his treatment.
You worried about him?
I was concerned, yes. Look, I'm sorry, but I've said too much already. I can't help you any further.
Perhaps you'd like to explain this.
That's got nothing to do with me.
Those test results...
I couldn't get any useful prints from this medical...
I finished looking into what...
Well, now I understand how the Chelsea Free Clinic manages to provide free service. They're ripping off the insurance companies by billing for services that weren't rendered, and making up phony patients. Sometimes the ends do justify the means. Question is this one of those times?
The medical board wouldn't be too happy to hear that you're scamming insurance companies.
Look, we're underfunded here. Okay, we're just trying to keep our doors open.
So you'll tell me what I need to know about Travis Chase?
I wasn't even his doctor. He came in to see me because his regular psychiatrist was out of town.
You prescribed Thorazine?
Yes, he was suffering from a brief psychotic episode.
What happened to his son?
That's information I can't reveal.
I can imagine it was especially tough for him given the recent death of his son.
It certainly didn't help his condition, but there were other factors.
What about the other doctors?
I'm not sure what you mean.
You must be quite a clinician to be able to prescribe medication to a patient being treated by another doctor.
I consulted with his treating physician's office. Dr. Rupert Brown is an acknowledged expert in the field. I felt very comfortable writing the prescription after I spoke with him.
Thank you, Dr. Pritchard. Dr. Brown in?
Yes, you can go in.
Quite a mask. Is this what I think it is?
Don't touch that. It's very fragile.
It's Mayan, right? Impressive.
Very good, Detective. You must know something about the ancient Mayans.
Hello, I'm Detective Goren.
Yes. What's this about?
I'm sure you'd rather be seeing patients than talking with the police, but I need to talk with you about Travis Chase.
Would you mind telling me what's going on?
You've got a pretty good reputation in your field. Is that why Travis Chase came to see you?
I'm not able to disclose anything about my patients without their consent. I'm sorry.
It'd be tough for him to give his consent at this point. He's dead.
I'm sorry to hear that, but it doesn't change the fact that his treatment history is confidential.
What can you tell me about mental illness?
That's an awfully broad topic.
Business has been good to you, Doctor.
Are you going somewhere with this?
The Mayans treated mental illness by burning resin of the copal tree. The smoke produced a chemical like Thorazine.
I'm impressed. They weren't just natives in loincloths. It's a shame so much of the Mayan culture was lost.
Travis Chase was taking Thorazine.
I wouldn't know without consulting my records, or even if this Travis Chase was my patient.
Why don't you tell me why you prescribed Thorazine, generally speaking, of course?
That's not a simple answer. It needs to be dealt with on a case-by-case basis. You can't just go checking off symptoms in the DSM. It doesn't work that way.
And this relates to Travis Chase how?
I'm not at liberty to say.
I'm sure you had a good reason to prescribe Thorazine to Travis Chase.
I told you I'm not commenting on that.
I've seen Travis Chase's medical records. I know he has a family history of schizophrenia.
Without commenting on his case specifically, that would be a reason to prescribe Thorazine.
What did Mr. Chase come to you for initially?
That's confidential.
I imagine Mr. Chase initially sought you out because of your reputation in dealing with his particular condition.
I get a lot of referrals because of my reputation.
I understand the importance of patient privacy, but would it be divulging too much if you told me when you first started to see Mr. Chase?
Fine, but that's all you're getting from me. My relationship with my patients is all I have, Detective. Surely you can understand that. Travis Chase. He came here 14 months ago.
Stressful as your line of work is, you must need time to get away.
From time to time? What are you getting at?
What about your vacations?
What about them?
You're obviously a seasoned world traveler. I'm just wondering who covers your patients when you're out of the country.
There's no shortage of psychiatrists here on the Upper West Side. I have plenty of colleagues who can cover for me. If you wouldn't mind seeing yourself out, I have a session scheduled to begin shortly.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Dr. Brown.
Do you have an appointment?
No, I'm with Major Case.
Well, he's in between sessions now. You can go right in.